Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I pray this reading finds you blessed, amazing, and living your best life. And if not, hopefully we can find some of those vibes today. So I first want to start out by saying a massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you. One night I fell asleep with a little over 200 subscribers, and within a couple of days I had over 1,000 subscribers. You guys have literally no clue how much that means to me to have found each one of you, and for each one of you to have found me. I feel like I've found my soul family, and there's nothing out here on planet Earth that feeds my spirit the way that you guys do. So just a very huge thank you from like the bottom of my soul. I'm not gonna get ridiculous and cry, but thank you all the same. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for tuning in, watching, commenting, subscribing, sharing, liking. It really means the absolute world to me. We're all just here on this journey together, and to have found you guys to travel through this life with is just so amazing. So I'm going to find some way to give back to you guys. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I can give back to you guys, but I just wanted to say thank you first and foremost. Okay, so now for the reason that you guys have clicked on this video. So this reading is all about what someone needs to tell you that they haven't told you. So I do want to say that if you find yourself feeling a sense of fear or anxiety, maybe you should get grounded and centered first, then come back and check out this reading, because you don't want to be fearful of the truth or of shining a light of clarity into your life and your relationships. So if there's a truth that you may not want to know or hear, I wouldn't recommend this pick a card until you are ready to hear whatever spirit has to say for you today. Okay, so for those of you that are ready, you can do this reading for multiple people and relationships in your life. The only thing you're going to need to do differently is to make sure you have a very clear focus on the specific person that you are inquiring or asking about in this reading. All right, so you guys know how I like to do things. I require everyone that comes to my channel to tap into their own intuitive abilities and psychic knowing. That the way this general reading will resonate with your specific spirit in such a way that you will find the answers and clarity that you are looking for. But the only way to those answers is to intuitively center yourself. All right, so to help you guys get your own psychic juices flowing, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation, and about halfway through that meditation I'll be adding crystals to each pile here, so you can meditate on the piles with crystals. All right, so if you would like to participate in this meditation, go on ahead and get into a nice, calm, and relaxed space, and we'll begin that meditation right now. All right, you guys, so I've added some crystals to each of the piles here. So in pile 1, we just have a clear quartz crystal. Pile 2 is a moonstone, and pile 3 is a selenite. So I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on each of the piles. So hopefully that meditation was enough time for you guys to get intuitively tapped into my energy and this reading. If not, feel free to go on ahead and pause the video. But for those of you that have picked a pile, you can scroll down to the description box or comments to click on your timestamps to each pile. Again, a huge thank you to each and every one of you, beautiful souls, for clicking on this video and subscribing. I cannot thank you guys enough from the bottom of my soul. I love you guys to the moon and back for all of the love and support you've shown me. Welcome to your soul tribe, and without further ado, let's go on ahead and get into this reading. All right, and pile number one, welcome. So let's go on ahead and take a look at your cards to see what this person needs to tell you or hasn't told you yet. All right, so let's go on ahead and get started with the very first card, and this is going to be showing me who they are, some of their personality type. All right, so Ace of Swords. All right. So with this person here, this is someone who is very in their head a lot. So this is somebody whose mind operates very quickly and they observe everything. So even when you think they aren't watching, they are. They pick up on a lot. They just don't broadcast what it is that they're sensing, feeling, or seeing. This is a very trustworthy individual I'm seeing here, but I see them living in their mind. You know, they might not be very forthcoming about what goes on within their mind, even though they do seem like a very trustworthy person to me. So they also may suffer from some sort of anxiety. It could be like social anxiety or something like that. But basically, any time that they're taken out of or have to be extracted from their own thoughts or their own mind, it causes them a little bit of stress, I'm seeing. I believe it's because they have a really good sense on who people are and how people operate, and not just the individuals around them, but people in general. And this is because they observe so much. They seem like somebody that has been sent to Earth to spy on humans. So this isn't someone very loud. They probably aren't that outgoing either. Like I said, I'm picking up on someone that prefers to remain in the safe confinements of their own thoughts and brain. It's a safe place for them where they can gauge everything happening around them. And this keeps them about 3 steps ahead of everyone else because they are so observant. It's like you can't trip them up too easily or surprise them easily because they usually already have a very good stance on a person very early on when they're meeting people. So this person is pretty good at seeing others for who they are. And another thing that I'm getting too as well, I'm getting a lot with this ace here, obviously, but another thing that I'm getting as well is it takes this person a long while to come out of their shell. I'm seeing there's like a treasure trove almost of information just kind of living in this person's brain that they don't express to very many people. And like I said, I believe they keep their opinions to themselves because they don't want to offend or step on toes or just rock the boat in any way, shape, or form. And it's not because they're afraid, it's not because they are fearful. They just rather stay out of the drama and the nonsense. So they like to keep a nice distance from everyone to observe instead of engage, honestly, is what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and take a look at this next card here. So this is going to be showing me the dynamic between the two of you, okay? The Five of Cups in reverse. All right, so I see this person is really able to pull you out of an emotional stupor, or like when you're operating solely from an emotional standpoint. I see this individual coming in and helping you to see things from a practical place as well. So like the two of you together is very uplifting, and I feel a sense of dependency, but not in a bad or toxic way, not where you're like codependent or anything. The two of you just really appreciate each other's insight on different things, and it's like insight that you can't get on your own or you can't get from anywhere else. So you guys really do appreciate that about each other. I see there being a lot of deep intellectual dialogue between you two as well. So you two together see a point or a meaning to life. And so this relationship is very important to you specifically, to you who's watching right now. Specifically, this relationship is very important to you. I'm really getting that this is how some of you feel about this person versus them kind of feeling that same way. But I'm definitely getting a very strong sense of like, you feel this way about this person. As far as how they feel, it feels a little like guarded in a sense, but yeah, so what I'm feeling is like this relationship is very important to you specifically. But I see they bring you out of dark mindsets and depression. So this is like somebody that is really able to kind of pull you from somewhere dark into like the light, or pull you from, man, I'm just having a really bad day, or I'm feeling terrible, and kind of taking you out of that almost like depression or that state of depression, or of just a very dark state, and pulling you into the light and seeing like the glass half full, or seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, so let's go on ahead and take a look at what it is that they haven't told you, what it is that you clicked on this video for, right? Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords here. So this card is pretty notorious in tarot for saying, for kind of passing along the message that somebody is being untruthful, somebody has a hidden agenda, or something like that. But for me, what I'm getting here is there are definitely some things this person hasn't told you. Like I was saying, this individual keeps a lot of thoughts to themselves. I saw that very clearly with the Ace of Swords here. So whether this is a romantic relationship or a platonic one, I see one thing clearly is they have feelings. All right. So like I was saying here with this Five of Cups in reverse, I was kind of feeling like that's how you mainly feel about them, because this person has others in their life that they also have this deep connection with. So I see them spreading this part of themselves to many different people and getting others to open up to some degree, but there's no reciprocity here, okay? So they never allow themselves to get as attached as you and as others may be to them. So they keep their heart and emotions kind of tucked away. They will allow you and anyone else to open up to them, and they present themselves in a certain fashion or a way where it seems as if they are just as emotionally and spiritually invested or open, but they aren't. Okay, so it's like they're holding back. I just see them holding back a lot. It's almost like I can see them cracking you open and deep diving into the innermost parts and workings of you, and they make it seem as if they are just as open to you as you are to them, but it's not that way at all. So this is a very smart individual, okay? Like I said, I see them being and maintaining a pace where they are constantly like 3 steps ahead of everyone else, and you would never expect it from this person because they're so private and quiet. But I do want to say that I don't believe this person has an agenda to hurt you. I don't believe they want to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. But I see there being the potential of someone getting hurt in this situation here, because this isn't necessarily a two-way street or a two-way relationship. It looks like it is, but it isn't. It's like those two-way mirrors where you can see yourself in the reflection, and so you're being yourself, you're really in your element, but there's someone behind that mirror watching and observing you in your most natural and genuine element while they survey you and your actions, but you'll never see them getting tricked by that two-way mirror. So be very careful with this person. Be careful about investing too much into this person. This person is operating from a place of fear, I believe. Maybe some of you that have picked pile number 1, some of you watching, your person may be operating from a place of fear, and this may be why they're kind of closed off or guarded. I'm not exactly sure yet. Hopefully the oracle cards will kind of clear that up. But there's something here that this person is desperately trying to protect from the world, and I believe it's their inner child or that I am presence. This is who a person is in their most natural, most true element. They don't want the world to see them for who they are, because then they're vulnerable like everyone else. They're up for grabs like everyone else. I'm seeing as well that some of you that have picked this pile, this individual in your life isn't operating from fear. For some of you that have picked this pile, this individual isn't necessarily operating from fear, but this is just simply who they are. They are an extremely private person, and they are difficult to crack, and they wouldn't have it any other way. This is just simply who they are. It's not about fear. It's not about something they've been conditioned or taught to do. It's just they're just simply a private person. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at you guys' oracle cards to see what I'm seeing here. And we've got ash all over the cards, so give me a second here. So the very first one that we have, or actually I'm going to turn all 3 of these over, but the very first one is forgiveness. Then joy. All right. And unlimited possibilities. Okay, so with these 3 cards, with these 3 oracle cards here, we have forgiveness, joy, and unlimited possibilities. So with this forgiveness card here, the one thing that I'm seeing, hopefully you guys can kind of see this, but the one thing that I'm really noticing here is the sun and the moon. They really got my attention here. Okay, so for many of you, the person you are inquiring about or doing this reading about, this person is definitely afraid of or keeps their inner presence hidden away for sure. I think this card is definite confirmation that this individual just simply wants to keep people away from their true nature. Like you see this kind of, like you can kind of see like there's this wall here, or there's just something here separating the sun and the moon. And this is exactly how that person operates. They kind of, in a sense, they kind of like compartmentalize everything and everyone. I see them having a lot of boundaries. Like they have a specific box or place for their emotions, their thoughts, the people in their life, for literally everything that they encounter. It's like they just have a specific box for everything. It's almost as if like I said, this person is very much in their minds. And so, it's almost like this is how they organize their thoughts and their feelings and everything in their own brain, is by compartmentalizing everything, slapping a label everything, kind of sticking everything in its own specific place or box within their own mind. All right. And then with joy over here, what I'm seeing is like, if this person could escape their own mind, they would be more suitable for you, I think. If you're looking for like a romantic partner, or even if this is like platonic and you're really wanting something genuine and true and pure here, I see that this person would be more suitable if they could kind of escape their own mind. Like I said, they're not trying to hurt you. This is just who they are. This could have come from trauma or their past experiences or anywhere, honestly, or conditioning. I'm not exactly sure because we're not doing a reading on this person's past and their childhood or anything like that. But this is just how they operate today in their life today. But I see this person brings you a lot of happiness and joy. Like I was saying, like when the two of you are together, you're not on your phone, you're not distracted, you're not thinking about anything or anyone else. They have you completely. They have your undivided attention. And maybe for some of you, this person has your heart. All right. And then with unlimited possibilities here. Okay, so this person and you, like I was just saying with this joy card here, you have the potential to keep your relationship going for a very long time. There may even be potential here for like a real serious established connection. You know what I mean? If this is a romantic connection, I'm seeing, like the card says, unlimited possibilities. The only way that I feel like this is going to work smoothly between the two of you, though, is if you just accept them for who they are and how they are. If you can accept the fact that you may never truly know all you need to know about this person, and that they may never fully open up to you or reciprocate what you give them, then you'll be fine, as long as you don't have those expectations of, hey, I need full reciprocity here. I need you to give back to me what it is that I'm giving to you. As long as you don't really kind of expect that of them or put that pressure on them, you'll be fine. I actually believe that this person does care for you, though. It's just in their own kind of way. And as long as the amount of themselves that they are giving to you is enough for you, then this could definitely work. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the last two cards here. And we have Taming the Wind, and Wind. Wow. Okay, so this is funny. All right, so basically the swords in tarot deals with the element of air, and we have two air cards here that are sort of playing off of each other. So just like the card says here, taming the wind. Can the wind be tamed? No, it can't. Can you bottle up the wind or air and hold on to it or shape it into the way that you want it? No, you can't. Wind and air is what it is. There is no taming or domesticating it, because you just simply cannot. Okay, so this element, you have to take it for what it is, because it's that free and it requires freedom. Even if you try to hold on to the air, it will find some way out of your grasp. It's impossible, and that's exactly who this person is. All right, they can't be tamed or domesticated. So like I was saying, if what this person is giving you is enough for you, then you'll be fine. But you can't put any types of demands on this individual. They will not have it. So even if they verbally agree or verbally give in to you, they never mentally will give in to you. They'll never mentally surrender. Like I was saying with this ace over here, this person likes to live in their brain because it's a safe place that no one can take from them. I was getting some Pisces vibes throughout this reading, but I'm definitely getting some strong like Aquarius or Gemini vibes now as well. So, like I say all the time, whenever I mention that I'm getting like some Pisces or Aquarius or Gemini energy or vibes or any sort of zodiac vibes or energy, that is not to say that they are necessarily a Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus, anything. That's not to say that they're any of those things. They could just have very strong placements in their natal chart. They could have very strong placements in those particular houses in their natal chart. They could have very strong particular placements with those planets in their natal chart. There could be a plethora of different things going on. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that they are a Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces sun or anything else. They just could have that type of energy going on in their chart. Okay, it's very, very possible. But this is someone basically who can't be tamed and doesn't want to be tamed. They like being in control of their own mind. So you are going to have to be the person to give in to this individual if it's going to work out. Okay, this person is just too stubborn to give in to anything or anyone else. And it's not because they don't care about you. It's not because they don't love you. It's just because they simply just don't operate that way. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number ones, but thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, light, support, and clarity, and hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon. But until then, I'll be seeing you guys next time, and have a blessed day. Okay, bye guys. All right, and pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome. So let's go on ahead and take a look at your cards to see what your person hasn't told you and needs to tell you. Okay, so we're going to start off with this very first card here, and this is going to show me a little bit about them. Very first card is Temperance. Okay, so first things first with this person, whoever it is that you're inquiring about, I'm seeing a highly optimistic person. So let's just kind of get that out of the way right now. This is someone very dependent upon the universe. Now, this person doesn't have to be spiritual, and they might not be, but I see them as the type of person where it seems like good things always happen to them, or like they always manage to get themselves out of a jam, and they might not be able to explain how or why certain things work out for them the way that they do, but it seems like they have luck on their side all the time. Now, this could be because of their placements in their natal chart. Like, for instance, they could have a very well aspected Jupiter, or their moon could be in conjunction with Jupiter. But either way, they have been cosmically blessed with good fortune, I'm picking up here. Okay, so another thing that I'm seeing is they're able to make things happen. So whether that be like getting a job that they've been working on trying to attain for years, or attracting success in some way, shape, or form, I see them being gifted with the ability to see potential where others can't. So they may be able to pick up on trends before they get going, or they're just ahead of the curve. It's like they always know the best place to be and at the best time. I also see them moving mountains with the faith that they have in themselves. Like, they're confident, but it's a humble confidence that they have. Like I said, I don't think that they really know where all this good stuff comes from, but I believe over the course of probably many lifetimes, they've probably picked up some good karma along the way, or have worked for some good karma along the way. So they also come off very calm too. It's like they kind of have this aura about them where they just know everything is going to be okay and work out just fine. It's like this innate feeling they have. So this would make them a very pleasant person to be around, I'm getting. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next cards. It's going to show me the dynamic between the two of you. Justice. Wow. Okay, so I see balance here when it comes to the two of you merging together. So when the two of you come together, there's no confusion or drama or unnecessary issues. It's very easy and calm. And this is interesting too, because again, just like this Temperance card here, is all about the balancing act of two separate entities coming together to create a third thing. And the Justice card is like that as well, a balancing act between two entities to reach a common goal or some sort of clarity. Okay, so this could be two thoughts, two ideas, two people, two different sets of energy, whatever the case. So I think this person really mellows you out or calms you down. Like I said, they feel like a very calm and soothing individual, and that's what I'm seeing the dynamic be like when the two of you come together. Now, things feel and seem so clear and real when you're around them, I'm seeing. There's a lot of trust here. I'm just picking up on like a lot of trust here, whether that's one way or both ways. There's a lot of trust here. And I think it's because the two of you merged together so beautifully, kind of like this Temperance card, that would cause things to seem very clear cut and definitive. Like, your place in this relationship and they know theirs. There's mutual respect, there's mutual love, there's mutual support here. You push each other to think differently and to think for yourselves. You challenge each other mentally. So the two of you may have an unorthodox union or relationship too. But either way, there's a very beautiful dynamic between the two of you. Okay, so let's see what it is that they need to tell you that they haven't told you. And we have the Sun. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting situated. But anyway, all right, so we have the Sun. So again, I'm seeing another balancing act between two individuals, and they are basking in this union together in this card here, as you can see. They look like they're almost balancing each other, almost like using the weight of each other to balance themselves. And I think what they may not have told you is they may have romantic feelings for you. So if this is a romantic situation, then this person could very well be in love with you or is developing romantic feelings for you. But I'm definitely saying this person does not feel as though they could have a good life without you in it. They have made their peace with the fact that they feel like they need you in their life, possibly. I don't see them really wanting to be away from you. And I don't think that they have told you this yet. Oh my God, this is too sweet, honestly. Actually, this is very sweet. So even if this isn't romantic, there's almost a fear here of losing you. I see them holding on tightly to this relationship and feeling lost if you weren't around. I'm also feeling the sense of this person possibly being afraid of being alone. They don't want to do a lot alone, so you guys may spend a lot of time together, or they may be the type of person that doesn't really get out of the house too much if they're not with someone else. They definitely have found their happy place, and it's with you. I think what they haven't said is they're afraid of you moving on in your life or leaving in some way someday, or maybe they're afraid of moving on and leaving you in some way someday. But I think for some of you on this pile, your person hasn't told you that they want more. They want to be as much with you as they can or as you will allow, but they are not going to make that first move. I don't think they're comfortable enough to have this conversation with you because they are so afraid of changing the dynamic or pushing you away, or maybe even ruining the relationship if you guys decided to go further and things didn't work out. That's for one half of my pile number twos here. The other half that I'm seeing is the opposite end of this spectrum, where this person is ready to pull away and to go explore the world and life and what's out there. This is not to say that they still think that at the end of the day that they need you in their life to feel complete and to feel good, but at the same time they are yearning to go out and explore the world and life. They're just afraid to let go. It's kind of like that game. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know if it has a name, but it's like when you lock hands with someone and you both start spinning on your heels. In order for you to not fall, you have to hold on to keep that momentum going. And it's a balancing act. Like what we see with these three cards here. It's really just a balancing act. So they may be afraid to let go because there is a sense of comfort and security here. They know you'll always be here or around to balance them out. Okay, so let's go on ahead and take a look at you guys' oracle cards here. See if I'm seeing anything else. So the very first one that we have is inner journey. Yep. Yes. Yeah, I believe this person, or possibly you, but someone in this situation may feel a little stagnated because of this close-knit relationship. Like you both love the relationship, but someone here is feeling called or pulled to go elsewhere, like kind of like I was saying with the Sun card here. It's kind of like there's more life to live, more things to see, and someone is trying to resist that. Someone here doesn't want to let go of the other, and because of that, it is stagnating this person's own spiritual evolution and growth, possibly stagnating the both of yours evolution and journey or growth. There could be a little bit of codependency here on someone's end, and that's not proper love. You know what I mean? Like young love or immature love wants to hold on so tight that neither of you can barely breathe. But a mature love allows the freedom of the other person and themselves to fully mature and evolve and grow. And they do this through freedom. And someone's inner journey is calling out to them here, but there's a fear here of losing this relationship, of losing this dynamic that the two of you have. It's like the second somebody makes that first move to kind of finally walk away and say, okay, let me see if I can stand up on my own 2 feet. Let me see if I can kind of go through this life without needing you there. It's like someone's afraid of making that first move because they're afraid of changing the dynamic and the energy between you two. They're afraid of not being able to return to what it is that you guys have right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these last 3 cards here. And we have the staff. Move these down just a little. So we have the staff, then soul retrieval, and then the holy mountain. Look at that. All right, so with the staff, soul retrieval, and the holy mountain, this is funny because this is exactly what I needed to give me some definitiveness here about exactly what's going on. So, what I'm seeing with these three cards is someone is definitely ready to go off on their own, but feels like the other or the relationship won't allow it. But the staff is a walking staff, it's something that's used to support someone that's not able to support themselves fully yet, or someone that needs extra support on a long walk or journey. And this is what I was saying. This relationship is slightly codependent, where one or the both of you feel as though you need the other to get through this life because someone doesn't think they can go it alone. And soul retrieval, this card here, I'm seeing this person definitely feels as though this relationship completes them. And that's what I think they don't like. I don't think that this person likes feeling dependent upon someone or something else in order to get by or in order to get through life. This is someone that is yearning for their own independence and to feel just as safe and secure on their own as they do in this relationship. I'm also saying that soul retrieval taps into this staff card here, where to retrieve displaced parts of the soul takes a motivated person with devoted stamina to retrieve their soul. It's a long and grueling journey back to the self that cannot be completed with someone else interfering or resisting or holding on too tight or just simply walking beside you. There needs to be space and freedom here to move, grow, and evolve. All right. And then with this holy mountain card, as you can see, there's a person sitting. There's a person sitting. Let me hold it up a little bit in case you can't see it. But there is a person that's sitting on top of a mountain meditating, okay? Just like this oracle card here, right here, that says inner journey. There's a journey that's calling out to this person or you, or possibly the both of you. And someone or both of you can feel that the time is coming to take a little distance to follow that trail that's been calling. This person got to the top of the mountain alone, okay? There's no one else around, just them. And they have found their peace and tranquility throughout their journey alone to the top of this mountain. This person had to leave behind everything and everyone to get to this place. And it doesn't mean they'll never return. In fact, after people have had time to grow and mature, now there's the potential here for an amazing relationship, an opportunity that you never had before because there had to be some maturation first, okay? So that's exactly what I'm seeing. If you guys were to allow each other the space and the distance to go out, grow, evolve, and mature, then you guys could eventually come back together at some point, whether this be platonic or romantic. Then you guys could come back together at some point when the both of you have evolved, and there could be the potential there for the most amazing relationship, okay? But at this point, what I'm seeing is this person, what they haven't told you is the fact that they're feeling maybe possibly a little suffocated. They're feeling like they need to go out and branch out and see the world and meet other people, experience other things, or experience other people, whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that's kind of hindering them right now in this relationship, they're trying to kind of break away from that, and they just don't know how to say it, and they just don't know how to do it. And they're also a little bit afraid of leaving this relationship behind, venturing out on their own, leaving you behind. They're afraid of that right now. So, just be really open-minded to it because there's amazing growth here for the both of you. It's just going to require a little bit of distance and a little bit of space and time, okay? But this is all that I'm saying for my pile number 2. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some clarity, love, strength, and support. And hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon. But until then, you guys stay blessed, stay awesome, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye. All right, and pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So let's go on ahead and take a look at your cards to see what it is that they need to tell you that they haven't told you yet. So we're going to be starting off with this first card right here, and this is going to show me a little bit about that person that you are inquiring about, okay? So we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing here is this is a very busy individual. They're juggling a lot in their own personal life, and it may seem like they don't have a lot of time in their personal life or their personal relationships. So I feel like this person moves at a consistent 85 miles per hour and it just never ceases. Like this person may own a business of their own. They may have kids. They may work multiple jobs. there's something here where it's like whatever they started has branched out and formed other responsibilities, if that makes sense. Hopefully it did. But it's like their days get busier and busier or something. Like certain responsibilities came from other responsibilities, and this person is trying to maintain all of it. But this is the thing. I believe that this person prefers to be as busy as they are, even though they may complain about how much they have to do. I feel like they kind of like it this way. I think they prefer it this way because it gives them something to do. I don't think they like to be too still. I think this person gets comfort in being needed or feeling needed or wanted with this thing and that place or that person and this person and that person. It's kind of like, they don't like to be too idle. They don't like to be still. They don't like to just be sitting around with nothing to do. They kind of like that. They kind of like having demand on themselves or feeling like they're high in demand with other people and other things. And that's just what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second card here, and this is going to show me the dynamic between the two of you. All right, so we have the Sun. Okay, so what I'm seeing with the dynamic between the two of you is you guys are never bored together. Like I said, this person hates being bored. So I think for you, this is someone that is constantly moving and kind of keeps you busy doing different things. So it's fun for you and for the time being when you're with them. And I think they enjoy being around you because you remind them how to have fun and to do things because they want to, not because they have to. They're so used to going because they're needed or because they have to that they've forgotten all about their wants. And they forgot about their wants like a long time ago, I believe. So this dynamic between the two of you is great because they wind down by having fun with you and experiencing pleasure and enjoyment and experiencing the things that is just enjoyable for them. And they pull you into their world. So it's different or exciting for you too, I'm seeing here. I think that the both of you kind of get off on the fact that you're never bored around each other. So this may be like a mutual distaste for boredom that you guys kind of share. At least that's what I'm seeing here. It seems as if you guys kind of share the same interests and things like that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it is that they haven't told you that they need to tell you. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the first thing that I'm hearing is they feel like it's a job. Something about the two of you together feels like work, and they don't like that for once. I think for them, they feel like they can't admit to this because you could reply, but I thought you liked it this way, or but I thought you told me this was okay, or I thought that, I thought you were complying with this. I thought you were okay with this. I thought you were okay with things being like this. There's something here where it's like, I feel like they bit off more than they could chew. They are doing a lot more than what they're necessarily capable of. I think at one point in time, they thought that they were capable of doing all of this for you. And now they're realizing, okay, I've taken on a little bit too much here. There's something about this that feels like a chase or it feels tedious. This person actually does want to be bored in a sense. Or maybe not bored, but they wouldn't mind not having to work for once is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that they're seeing this type of engagement and interaction with you as work. Okay. And I see that they don't want to work for once. They feel like you may be too difficult to please or to keep up with or to make happy or to satisfy. It's something along those lines. Another thing that I'm getting is they may feel like they are competing with your past or the past in general. So they may feel as though they really have to go above and beyond for you to be happy with them. Like I see them trying to make everything perfect for you, and it's exhausting for them. Excuse my dog. I see them trying to also fine tune every little minute detail just to your liking and feeling like they fall short or like they just can't keep up with the demand anymore. They want to be able to just be in one area of their life at least, and they don't feel like that's possible in this dynamic with you, which is really interesting because I was definitely kind of feeling like, this person doesn't really mind being too busy, but there's something about here with the dynamic between you two where it's like, this I don't like, this I do mind, this I don't, this feels like work and not the type of work that I like, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what it is that see what else is going on here. Okay, so very first one that we have is new beginnings. Yeah, Yep, exactly. So this person is ready to drop this balancing act that they feel they have going on here. They're starting to feel that exhaustion, okay? And they're starting to see and feel the toll that it's taking on them. They're ready to be done with everything going on. They want some still time and some alone time. They just don't know how to go about getting it because of the way that their life is set up at the moment. Whether they're responsible for setting up their life like this or not, there's something about the way that their life is operating right now that's just a little bit too much on them. Okay, so let's go on ahead and see you guys' other oracle cards here. So we've got Upper World, the Andean Cross, and the Beloved. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so starting off with the upper world here. So this card talks all about clearing distractions so you can move into a higher destiny. It talks about not trying to make a better version of yourself for anyone or anything. And what is perceived as a problem or obstacle is actually irritating you so you can finally take that great next leap. This is all about dealing with lethargy and being idle until you find your way. Wow, mind blown right now. Okay, so your person is feeling ready to set down all of these distractions so that they can finally take a deeper or closer look at life and where they're at. They haven't been able to clearly see in so long because, like I said, they're moving at a consistent 85 miles an hour. They're moving at a constant 85 miles an hour, but they're feeling the pull or call to slow down and take a real nice look at where they are. Like I said, they're starting to feel the exhaustion setting in, and this is because the physical body emulates the spiritual body. So if the physical body is starting to or attempting to slow down, it's because the spirit is asking for silence right now. And with the Andean cross here, this literally talks about beginning a new journey, just like the other oracle card here does, new beginnings. So this card literally talks about representing a time to raise your gaze from the mundane day to day and allowing wisdom to guide you. So this card deals with the upper and lower realms, just like the upper world here, card here. And the Beloved here talks about recognizing the divinity and spirit in the other. Okay, so whether that be friends, family, or romantic partners, this is about the projections being placed on your partner or another person and how this is a reflection of that person's desires, not their true nature and spirit, but what the ego wants. So this person desperately wants to find a middle ground. The person that you're inquiring about, they desperately want to find a middle ground that can work for the both of you because they are quickly starting to run out of steam here. They're not going to be able to keep up with the things the way that they have been for much longer. Eventually, one day, they're just going to fold under this immense pressure that maybe they've placed on themselves or someone else has, not sure, but there's some sort of immense pressure that they're starting to fold under. And if this is someone that you want in your life and you know things haven't been too smooth lately, then that's a call to take a step back emotionally. Do not operate from an emotional place, but more of a logical one. Look at how much weight or pressure this person has been under and see if the things that you need are truly the things that you need or simply things that you just want. If these are wants, then for now you can do without expressing those wants, because right now, whoever this person may be to you that you're inquiring about in your life, they are growing tired and weary, and it's important not to push anything that you can live without onto them, because it's only going to take one piece of straw here to break the camel's back. And the last thing that you want is to lose someone that you truly care about over something that you didn't care about. Okay, so really don't push this person too hard, because like I said, they've bitten off more than they can chew. They already have like a lot on their plate, and they're really trying to maintain you and keep you happy. They're trying to maintain everything in their life, and it's too much on them. They're trying to do too much at once. They're trying to do too much, and they're just one person. They're just trying to do way too much, and they really don't know to stop. They're just kind of starting to burn out because they just simply can't keep up with everything it is that they are trying to keep up with. So it's literally like their body is physically just starting to say, like, look, you have to stop. You need a break. You need to relieve some of this stress, this pressure, whatever the case. Some of it needs to be released and let go of, because the demands that you're trying to put on yourself, they are taking a toll on you. And so for you, the one inquiring about this person, definitely make sure that you're not putting too much on them that doesn't need to be put on them. If there are certain talks and certain things that you can avoid or that you can just kind of roll off your back, just kind of let it happen, because I really see this person stressing to really kind of keep you happy, keep you in their life, keep you satisfied. And it's just simply too much on them. Like, bless their heart. Like, I feel terrible for them, because I feel like they're just like, they're so scared of losing you, or they're so scared of like disappointing you. They're so scared of letting you down that they can't even bring themselves to say, I can't do this. I can't keep up with this. Like, I am so tired. I'm so exhausted, or I need some help here. And, they may have, I'm kind of getting the sense that they may have kind of put themselves in this position by telling you from jump that, hey, yeah, I can handle this. I can do this. I can bring all this to the table. I can bring all of that to the table. But now they're starting to see, wow, okay, I kind of stuck my foot in my mouth here. I really can't keep up the way that I thought I could. And I really hope that you can still accept me after that fact. I really hope that you can still accept me with knowing that I can't keep up with what I told you that I could. Okay. So, this is actually kind of sad, but hopefully, I don't really see this person actually saying anything. I see them just kind of gassing out. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 3. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, light, strength, support, and clarity. And hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon. But until then, you guys stay blessed, stay amazing, keep living your best life. And I will be back next time. Okay. Bye guys.